Joining us as he does each month here on WHKY-TV News is Scott Reilly, the District Attorney for the 36th Prosecutorial District, which covers Catawba, Burke, and Caldwell counties. Always good to have you in the studio.
Thank you very much for having me.
It's fun to catch up on what's going on in the DA's office, because it's not all about crime and the negative stuff. You had a graduation you wanted to talk about.
We've talked about the Veterans Treatment Court ever since I first started coming in. It was one of my big campaign promises that I wanted to implement a Veterans Treatment Court in Catawba County, and we implemented it 21 months ago. We've been very successful. We're very proud of all the people that are working in the program, and we're going to have our first graduation on March the 3rd, Friday afternoon, and I'm so proud of everybody that has worked so hard. Going through the program is difficult. It takes about 18 months to get through the program, to better yourselves, to readjust to civilian life, to access the resources that the VA has, that the Veterans Treatment Court has to offer, to be assigned a mentor, another veteran that can help you access these things, help you when you're not doing very well. And I'm very proud that we will have our first graduation on March the 3rd.
I know you wanted to talk about a few other things today.
Yeah, we've had a number of cases. You know, I've talked about how we try to build our trial calendars around our priority cases, which are child sex offense cases and our murder cases. We started January with a sex offense case. It was Alan Gamble. He actually, as we call the case for trial, pled guilty to statutory rape and received a sentence of 20 to 29 years. Jonathan Lale was another case, statutory rape, multiple counts. He actually took his case to trial. He was convicted of all counts and received a sentence of 66 to 95 years. And the reason I wanted to bring those up is because they're very important. Those are priority cases. Vulnerable child victims that we want to be their voice. But what I'm most proud of is the work that our Assistant DA did in preparing that case for trial, working with our law enforcement partners, and most importantly, working with the Child Advocacy Center to bring a case to a successful completion in court. We've been very successful with those. Also, a lot of people are familiar with the trafficking and opiate cases that you talk about when people are arrested each morning. I want to let people know that these cases are coming through Catawba County, and we are prosecuting them, and in the last month 2 people were found guilty of trafficking in opiates. The mandatory sentence for trafficking is 6 to 8 years, or more precisely 70 to 93 months in prison, and with a $50,000 fine. Jonathan Sorrells pled guilty last month, as well as Shaw Harrison, and they both received the mandatory sentence of 6 to 8 years.
And when you talk about opiates, you're talking about heroin, and here lately fentanyl has been one of the major problems. It's as if, you know, it's almost like new things come along that you have to deal with.
Right, fentanyl is the big one. It just takes a couple grains of fentanyl to kill somebody, and we're seeing a lot of other type of drugs being laced with fentanyl.
Well, thank you so much for coming in and keeping us updated, and congratulations on that first graduation ceremony. I know that was a program we had talked about going back a couple of years, so congratulations on that, and we look forward to talking to you in March.
Thank you very much, Rob.
Scott Reilly, our District Attorney, 36th Prosecutorial District. That's Catawba, Burke, and Caldwell counties, and he joins us each month here on WHKY-TV News.